Hello and welcome to Gemma's Window. If you have followed the calculations in the information box below and determined you're a power year number 5, then you're at the right place. Very quickly, just to review, how do you get to that power year number? You take the month of your birth and reduce it to a single digit by adding numbers together. Say it's December and you add 1 plus 2 is 3. Do the same thing for the day of birth. Reduce it to a single digit, add the month and the day number together. Reduce that to a single digit. Now add that single digit to the number 3. 3 represents 2019. And if that's a double digit, just reduce that to a single digit. Now that's your power year number. The only exception is if you're an 11 right before that last reduction, don't reduce it. Just put 11 over 2 and listen to the power year number 2 reading. Okay, that's it. All right, 5s, let's get started. Now, I do want to go over some special days for you because if I don't do it in the beginning, I forget. And you are in the month of 8. Now, 8 is a very, very successful month. It's when things start to conclude and you start to see the rewards of your efforts, and it also is a very good financial month, and it's a karmic month, and we'll go into that. So let's take a look at, if you're a power year number 5, your most special and strongest days of the month are going to be March 9th, 18th, and 27th. The best day for jobs for you will be the 5th, the 15th, and the 24th. The best days for romance for you 5s in the month of March are March 7th, 16th, and 25th. Days to stand back, days not to get too involved and too annoyed or upset about things or say too much would be March 8th, 17th, and 27th. And days for endings in the month of March for you 5s are March 1st, the 10th, the 19th, and the 28th. Okay, so those are your special days for the month of March. Let's get busy. Let's shuffle these cards now for our power year number 5s. And what we're going to do, 5s, let's start by looking at your business, the business area of your lives. So that's if you've got a job right now, we're going to look at if you are looking for a job. Let's start with our 5s who are out there and have a position right now. How is that position going? And what can we expect from it? Okay, so power 5s, what I have in place is, and this is, when people see the death card when I do a reading for clients, well, they're getting to know, people are getting very savvy that the death card doesn't mean death. Of course it can in some very specific instance, but in most cases it's talking about, and this is pretty shocking and it's in a good position for you 5s, is that what you've been doing as far as job, it looks like some way, shape, or form of it is coming to an end and it's going to morph into something better, much better for you, but you've got to let go. You gotta let go of something and make the move. Oh, 5, you know what I didn't explain to you? My goodness, I told you about the month, but I didn't tell you about the year. When you're a power year number 5, and you're only that for 2019, but you are for the whole year, a 5, it's all about change. It's all about, you might want to change your hair, but you might want to change your career. If you don't make the changes that the universe wants to see you make, the universe will push you into those changes, and that's how come sometimes you'll lose a job when you really weren't expecting to, or get laid off, or something happens that makes a big change, because the universe is trying to push you into something else. Now, I'm not necessarily getting that. I have cards for that. And this card is about letting go of the life that you're living, 5, to receive the wonderful life that's waiting for you. So say we take the word life out of there and we put the word job in there and we say letting go of the job you've been doing to receive the wonderful job or career that's meant to be in your future and meant to bring you wonderful things. Now, the card that I have coming into being, into place, is the really happy about yourself card and really proud of yourself and really liking what you're seeing. That is really cool. I don't know exactly what's going to happen with position or job that you have, but whatever the changes are, whether you instigate them or they happen to you, this reading is a little bit more about you instigating them. But nonetheless, whether you instigate the change or the change happens to you, you're going to be so happy. You're going to be so happy with this outcome. And you know what? You're being rewarded because 8 is a karmic number. And if you've done everything as honestly as you can, and you've always been a good person, and yeah, people slip up here and there, but basically you know you have a good heart, you are going to be rewarded for that in the month of March and moving forward, just moving forward in your life. This is a big reading for you fives. Now, there's a card that's in your relative past, and it's about the past. It's in your past spot, but it's also about past lives. That can be, this is my past life karmic debt card. So maybe, just maybe, do you think that any karmic debt that you've owed that's been, whatever it is about to wrap up and resolve? Now, maybe you've had a wonderful run where you've fallen into different jobs, you've been so lucky, and it's that kind of thing, and maybe that was karmic debt in a good way. Or maybe you've just had a situation where you felt like, my God, I'm not getting anywhere. What's happening? Like, why am I being punished? Maybe you didn't even do anything in this life. Maybe it's karmic debt from a past life, which is very tricky, I know. But the best thing that you can do for yourself, fives, is try to forgive. Just try to forgive yourself. Try to forgive everybody in this life. And the better that you get at forgiving, the less karmic debt you have to make up for in this life. Basically, that's what we have, is you're coming to the end of this karmic road, and wonderful things are ahead for you, and you're going to love what you see, and you're going to love who you are in this new situation coming into being. This is coming up for business for you, but this could be across the board. It could be in anything. Now, let's look for those of you who are looking for a job and are fives in this month of March. Let's see what we have. Okay, almost there. Looking good. Okay. So this talks about for those of you who have lost something, and oh yeah, oh yeah. Okay, fives. There's a 5 of Wands card here, and that's my card of loss. And it's about things either you feared losing, or you have lost, and it's in your recent past. So you have a small victory coming your way, and it's coming in the near future when you're looking for this position. And it makes me feel like it's kind of happenstance. Now, you feel like it's just kind of fallen into your lap, but this is a car of 4. And a car of 4 means this is a plan, Stan. This was meant to be. And you are in this karmic month, like I've said 100 times. So when this job out of nowhere, or you bump into someone that you used to know or used to work with, or a connection for something just falls into your lap, and you get this perfect partnership card. This is my perfect partnership card, and this is about you're going to land exactly where you're meant to land, and I feel like this is soon. So if you're looking for that job, or you've been waiting and waiting and waiting and connecting the dots and trying to talk to the right people and say the right things, you really, really have, and it will be coming your way and soon. So that is a great thing for you, fives. And that can also be that karmic debt, like you've done good things in your life and you deserve good things. So let's shuffle these cards and let's look at relationships. And those of you fives who are already in a relationship, let's pull a card for you here. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to give these a shuffle again because I don't want to pull, if I'm pulling the same cards, then maybe I'm not shuffling as much as I should. Let's shuffle because I'm feeling the sun coming in behind me, and I'm trying to adjust to it. So let's just give another shuffle here so I'm not preoccupied. And this is for fives, and we're talking about romance. So for those of you who are in a relationship, okay, here we go. Okay, you're going to be asked something. Okay. So, okay, you know what? This is one of those poop or get off the pot moments. In the cards, we're talking about you could be doing the asking or someone could be doing the asking of you, but whatever it is, it's that you guys have been in limbo too long about a particular situation that's important to one of you. And we are doing the reading for you fives, so I'm going to lean towards you. Perhaps you've just been in limbo, or perhaps you've been keeping someone in limbo, and it's like, I've got to get this off my chest, and I've got to ask once and for all, you know, what do you want out of the relationship? What do you want from us? What do you want? Where do you want to live? Do you want to have a family? Do you want to just live together versus getting married? What do you want to do? And I feel like you're doing it. And the final card is the Chariot card, which is making a huge decision, and then everything flies. So for this month of March, the suggestion to you in relationships is that if you've got something on your mind or hanging over your head, you can spill it this month because it's going to take off and you're finally going to have an answer, and there's finally going to be movement in an otherwise stagnant situation. Now, sometimes if you've been with somebody for a long time, you might be thinking in your head right now, what is that? What is it? You know, think about it. Think about, is there something that I gave up on asking for, you know, a year ago because it just never was going anywhere and I didn't want to start a fight? Because this is a great time for movement in your relationship and be able to ask for what you want and then take off, boy. Take off. Now, if you're a 5 and you're looking for love in this month of March, okay. Remember too, you're in that month of 8, okay? And it's not just a karmic month. It's a month meant to be successful and to make conclusions and successful conclusions. So let's keep that in the back of our minds too when it comes to this. When you finally ask for something or get it off your chest, yes or no, yay or nay, that is a good thing. It's going to end up a good thing for you, whatever the answer is. Okay, so for those of you out there who are looking for love or looking for a relationship, I want to tell you, I feel like these cards are saying to you to keep your distance, well, definitely from someone in the past. And definitely from, I feel like it's the most recent past relationship that you've had, that you were meant to learn lessons from, and they just weren't aligned with you for this lifetime. Do you know, if you think of we all have a vibration, all right? This is a law of physics. Law of physics, 5s. It says that your pinky nail has a frequency. It moves at a certain speed. Every thought you have has a certain frequency. Every person that you meet has their own frequency. And so if you marry somebody and you're both hovering around the frequency, say, of 3 out of 10, and one of you grows, all right? So you start going to a frequency of 4, a frequency of 5, a frequency of 6. That is where the discontent comes from, because you really have a nice relationship with frequencies that are hovering around a similar point. But when one goes higher and the other one can't keep up, that is where you have problems. And that is what I feel like this reading is trying to tell you, 5s, is that you cannot make a silk purse out of a sow's ear. You've really got to understand that. And I feel like this is, it's a little, itty-bitty reprimand from the universe saying, you deserve better. From now on, you deserve better. And your future card coming into the near future is the Wheel of Fortune card, meaning that the universe is going to be right there to help you. I tell my clients with the Wheel of Fortune is that that's your ancestors. That's your plan. And your ancestors know where you're supposed to go and where you're headed and where you're supposed to be, and they're going to push you to where that's supposed to be, where your next B, C, D, wherever point you're supposed to be at. You are at it, fives. You really are. It's a karmic year for you, and it's very, very cool. And there's an issue with you about you don't understand everything, and you don't know why everything may have gone wrong in the past with certain relationships, and I do feel like they're emphasizing on your last one. You're not meant to. Don't worry about it. You don't have to know everything. You don't have to, let's say you want to ask for help from your angels, from your guides, from spirit who comes from the light. That would be deceased loved ones, say, who come from the light and only from the light. And you say, I don't know where I'm headed and I don't know where I'm supposed to go, but angels, I invite you, guides, I invite you, spirit from the other side, I invite you to just push me and give me signs and direct me to where I'm supposed to go, because I know I have a wonderful life waiting for me. That's all you have to know, is that you want wonderful things, you want to give wonderful things. That's all you have to know. You don't have to know what they are, but you have to ask for help every day. You ask your guides, you ask your angels, or invite them. Ask peeps from the light, or invite them, and tell them what you want them to help you with, and then they can't come to you unless you invite them. But with that Wheel of Fortune, you're meant to be guided to your destination and your plan for good things. You're meant to make a turn and have more positive and better relationships, or the relationship you've been looking forward to. You're meant to have it coming up into your life, but you got to let go of the past one and the desire for the bad boy. I'm just throwing an example out there for you. Okay, fives, if you would please think of that situation in your life. It can be business, it can be love, anything that you'd like. And think about a specific question, and I'm going to shuffle my cards again and ask for the best outcome of that particular situation for the fives who are out there in this month of 8 in March that we can obtain. Let's start with the bottom, shall we? All right, let's put that down. Okay. Ooh, you're coming to a conclusion of something, and it's been a painful situation. It's been a situation you've been very discontent with. Whoa. Okay. Like I say, you have been feeling very, very judged. Now, I have a card that says when you're judging yourself, but this is the card that actually talks about you really feel like people have been judging you and hard on you, and that is coming to a conclusion, and that is what's in the here and now. Coming into being is the separation card, excuse me. So if you've had a bad contract, or there's been bad contracts, or a person who hasn't had your best interests at heart, I feel like you're going to be separating away from that. And you've been discontent here about this all along. You've been very discontent, but it is going to be coming to a conclusion, and there is going to be a separation. And it's nasty. It's a nasty situation, but you are going to be getting out of it and getting rid of it. And they haven't been very nice people around you or treating you very nicely. And there it is. Let's just pull one more just for the heck of it, shall we, on outcome. Okay, and the card is that everything may not be wrapped up in March. It's still It's still a process, and it's still a process that brings you a little bit of perhaps anxiety, or you feel a little bit down or a little bit antsy, and I just want to get away, and why can't this end? But hang in there, because you are coming to a conclusion, and the whole reading has been about karmic debt, so perhaps this is a situation that needs to conclude, needs a little bit more time. But you're on your way to it, and we are going to have a rosier month next month, doggone it, because next month you 5 are in the month of endings. That's right. And so the ending is, oops, that's to remind me to stay on time and not to keep you too long. The ending is near for this situation. It will be interesting to see what April says for you 5s. Thank you so much for joining Gemma's Window. Any more information about me on my website is gemmaswindow.com. Please check it out. Please subscribe. I would love to have you. And also remember, you're always the best judge of your own destiny, 5s. Always do what you know is best, and tune into a reader so that we can give you another way of looking at things. Thanks so much, and I'll see you next time, 5s.